How's that experience been? Because it's one thing to see me like from afar, you're my best friend, but to see me like at work every day.
It's pretty toxic.
The podcast Chisme is not really an hour. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Chingona Chisme Hour. But the podcast Chisme is not really an hour. We're like, why did we put an hour? When it's probably only going to be like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Either way, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
Why are you quiet all of a sudden? She is never quiet. Now she's like, we got E-Man and we have Leo here from Studio 633. 633 Studios. What is that, like a time? 633 Studios, is that a time? Oh, it's a verse. A Jeebus verse. Anyways, I am so excited to be here and actually be starting this podcast because I have been trying to start this podcast for probably 3 years. I wanted it to be something that I did like a part of the business, and I have a lot of cool friends like in the industry, and I don't know, that is every time she's like, you know them? I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't really talk about the people that I know very often. I don't know why. I just feel like if you know somebody, you know somebody.
That's
But
just that, huh?
I thought it would be cool if I started a podcast one day and just had my friends come on and people were like, how does she know that person? I'm very personable. I'm very, very personable, which is something that, I don't know, as a Pisces, it's like a good and a bad thing. Because you never know what side you're going to get. Either you're going to get like the really fun personable, or you're going to get like the...
It's usually that one.
Not really. I wouldn't say that. I would say I'm more of a gentle, like, you know, loving, caring, but like...
Stand on business.
Yeah, I stand on business. Don't come at me sideways.
Don't do it. This is a warning, y'all. Don't do it.
But Teresa, introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, guys. I'm La Teresa. I am Cece's best friend.
She's all, am I really or no? Or not?
Probably.
No, you are. You're like, was our 20th anniversary this year. You guys, can you believe that we are both 39? We're going to be 40 in 2025. I'm going to be 40 in March. She's going to be 40 in April. We don't look a day over 20 though. No. I don't feel a day over 20. I was telling Anissa that the other day.
Yeah.
Because I was, you know, getting all emotional about her being in college and stuff. And I was kind of like, you know what? I feel young still. I feel like I'm like still in high school sometimes. Like the mind and the energy is willing. Sometimes the body is not.
Stay in the gym, girl.
Well, I got up this morning to go to the gym.
Yes, you did. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It was really cold. It was like...
You won't find me in the gym at 5 o'clock a.m.
My meniscus was hurting. Throwing arm was hurting.
She texted me and said, stay in bed. It's too cold.
I'm serious. I think it was like 39 degrees when I got up. And I was like, girl. Yeah. But I have to work out in the morning. Because if I wait till the afternoon, ain't going to happen.
I'm a night girl.
I know. You like going to the gym at like 10 o'clock. I can't. Yeah. I'm ready for bed. Like
I am too, but you just got to have that willpower. Just got to get it done.
As soon as I put those babies in bed, though, I'm ready to go to bed. Yeah. As long as my kitchen is clean, like, I can go to bed peacefully. But other than that, But no. Hitting the gym is, like, a priority right now.
It is.
I don't know.
I think it's a seasonal thing.
Yeah, well,
and health-wise.
Right. It's a seasonal thing because most people fall off during the winter. I know that I have. But I think for my mental health, like, it's been something that's been a really big positive. And that was also one of the reasons that I wanted to start this podcast, because I wanted to talk about mental health, and I felt like there wasn't a place from my experience that I could come to that resonated with me in such a way that, I don't know, made it more personal. You know, you always see like podcasts, or I see podcasts on mental health, and it's never like a Chicano or indigenous person that's talking about it. Because in our communities, like, depression doesn't exist, right? Like, there is no postpartum, there is no, you know,
grieving or...
Well, yeah, you know, there's no example of what that process looks like from our perspective, because I feel like our culture honestly is so embedded in the, like, you know, you just got to go after it. You just got to keep, you know, échale ganas, like, still do all the things. And I don't really think that we talk about, you know, grieving, especially right now, like with my grandmother recently passing away. I don't think there's ever been like a place that I could go that I could talk to somebody about what that looked like from their perspective, that has a genuine living experience, not exactly like mine, but close to mine.
Right.
And like, grief is different every day. I mean, you see me. Some days I'm perfectly fine. Some days I'm like, I'm not going to work today. You know, it's just like...
But hey, just gotta keep going.
Well, yeah, you gotta keep going, but like, how are you gonna fill a cup that like feels empty sometimes, when everything that you do reminds you of that person? Especially for me, like, I was so lucky to grow up with, you know, my grandma, both my grandmas, and then, you know, to only be almost 40 and not have them. I feel like that's like a huge sense of loss. And so I think about my kids now, and I'm just like, I have to be here. Oh no. Someone's calling.
Good afternoon, Prados Beauty.
Oh. We're filming a podcast. We can't answer right now. Watch them leave a voicemail. Are they gonna leave a voicemail? I'm sorry, Miss Ortega.
Stop.
The very first one. Thank you for calling. Come see me. 1825 Copper Loop, Las Cruces, New Mexico. No, but seriously, like, I think that one of the things that also, I wouldn't say deterred me, but it took so long to start the podcast, is that like the business has just taken over my life. I feel like. So I think for the podcast purpose, like why I wanted to start it was I wanted to just, you know, have something that people could come and, you know, talk. People could conversate. People could write in, email us if you have questions.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you have chisme that you want us to talk about. You know, if you're having like a mental health, you know, question, or you need direction of like where to go. I feel like in all my years of advocating for veterans and mental health and like single moms and cancer survivors, and, you know, like, that I have a lot of resources where I can direct people, because I'm not a therapist, you know, but I feel like I give good advice. So when you come to the Chingona Chisme Hour, even though it's not an hour, it's definitely a place where you could come for business advice, you know, a place where you can come for mental health, you know, share if you're, you know, or even if you just want to bring awareness to something that's happening. Also current events. We will be talking about current events on this.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to get all this feedback, and it's probably going to be like a 2-hour chisme.
A 2-hour chisme?
Yes.
Leo shaking his head like, no. You have to come back for the next one. Also, like, our first podcast isn't sponsored, but I also want to be able to, like, highlight and amplify, like, small businesses, because that's my heart. I love small businesses. I love talking about small businesses. So maybe we'll do like a little highlight of a product or a business that's doing something cool. Also, too, we're basketball moms. We talk a lot about sports.
God. Yes, we do.
I think people are always surprised at like our knowledge of like athletes or sports in general.
Huge basketball fans.
Not just that, but like we do a lot of cool stuff. And I don't know. Also, too, I'm tired of people writing things about me and they request an interview. I give them an interview and then they go write up whatever they want. It's really disheartening. I mean, like the link I sent you this morning. I was like, I didn't say that. I don't.
But what was the whole purpose of them asking the questions? They were just going to take
to make me look goofy on the internet? I don't know.
Can't do.
I was like, I did not say that.
I'm glad it was you and not me.
No, because, I mean, what do you do? Like, it's already out there. Do you write them? And you're like, take it down. I don't know.
Tell them exactly that.
Take it down right now. No, but seriously, if you guys have a request or you want to ask us a question or you want to talk about something, you can send us an email to chingonachisme@gmail.com. Or you can follow us on social media at Chingona Chisme Hour, even though it's not an hour. On Instagram and
TikTok.
Are we going to do TikTok? Okay. Leo says yes. Leo says we are doing TikTok. I don't know. We can't even keep up with like our TikTok, much less another TikTok.
Well, you won't let me post the stuff that I want to post on TikTok.
Girl. There's no twerking. There's no.
I didn't say I wanted to do that.
You would though.
Totally me.
No, who were we telling the other day?
What's that?
One of the kids, they were doing those little TikTok dances. How come every little kid now knows how to dance? Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah. Like they live on social media.
They know how to do TikTok dances, but they don't know how to wash dishes.
Oh.
Or take out the trash. You
better preach.
I'm serious. They all know how to do little dances.
Or the Fortnite stuff.
Oh, yeah. Now they got Snoop Dogg on Fortnite.
Drop it like it's hot.
I know, that's all we hear in our house right now. Is drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. But yeah. I don't know. Leo, do you know how to do the Fortnite dances?
Oh my god.
I just want to let you guys know. Insert a little clip of Leo not knowing how to dance. But yeah. I think one of the current events that's really like getting to me, have you seen the parents, like the challenge of who finished shopping for Christmas first?
No, I have not.
There's like this trend now on TikTok. It's like a competition of who finished Christmas shopping first.
Do people still shop?
I don't even know, because someone asked me if I did all my Christmas shopping, and I was like, I only get my kids one thing. I think they were really shocked, and they didn't believe me. That is...
One thing.
One thing. I get one big thing. Yeah.
I get
like that. The kids make their list. They put 3 things on the list, and I only get one thing. And that's it. I think people are like surprised. The thing is the one thing is a big thing. So it's not like you put 3 things and I get you like a pair of socks. It's like a big thing.
Imagine that.
What did Cheyenne get last year? Cheyenne got like the little Chevy
wheels.
Truck.
Yeah.
She got her little Chevy truck. Yeah, that girl, she was rolling.
She still drives it.
She fits one leg in because this child is humongous. I have like a 6-foot kindergartner. Like, girl, you better be a supermodel or something. A volleyball player, basketball player with those long legs.
Yeah. She's pretty big.
I think what Danielito got like iPad.
Is that what he wanted?
I think so. He got an iPad, but I don't know.
What about the Switch?
That was Mateo.
Okay.
Mateo got a Switch.
Yeah, they all got good gifts.
I just get them one good thing. But one of my best memories is like Christmas, which I was thinking about doing it this year, was my grandma used to recycle cereal boxes and put like candy and socks. And
kind of like the stocking stuffers?
Kind of, but like
it was cereal box.
It was a cereal box, like, and she would like tape it up and she would wrap it with like newspaper and put like a bow on it.
Goodness.
My grandparents didn't have like a lot of money, and there was a lot of us. There was 4 of us plus my Uncle Steve. So Like, I feel like that was my grandma's way of making Christmas exciting for us.
Yeah.
Was like, even though she didn't have the money to go buy like the fancy boxes and all of that stuff, like upcycling, recycling, just
we
not.
can look into that.
I
Because
don't
it's
know.
a great memory for you.
Do we even like eat cereal a lot? Like a lot
We
of
really
cereal?
don't, but we got shoe boxes.
Can you send us a cereal box? No, I'm just kidding. We're going to go around and be like, we have a request for cereal boxes. No, but seriously, like when I think about packaging, intricate packaging, when I'm designing things and I think about the experience, like when you're receiving something, I always think about my grandma and the cereal boxes. Because she used to like put little rhinestones on stuff and little ribbons and things like that. So for me, it was just kind of like an exciting time. And I always knew I was going to get socks. Like, she'd put something else in there, but I always knew I was going to get socks. So maybe that's why I have a sock obsession.
Socks, accessories, shoes,
sneakers,
purses, earrings.
Yeah.
The list goes on, guys.
But they're like little things that you can make.
They are.
Besides the sneakers and the bags, I'm pretty, like, you could probably make a pair of earrings or make something for me that makes it, like, super special. I prefer those over,
like designer, like handcrafted stuff.
I would tell people, like, I'll buy my own designer because I'm very particular about, like, what kind of bag or something that I want. So I don't even worry about it. Like, if you're trying to buy me a present, I feel like if I'm going to buy myself my designer things, I'm easy to shop for. Just give me some cool earrings or some candles or some sneakers. Even last year you were stressing. You're like, I don't know what to get her. And I was like, girl,
she has
buy
everything. It's like walking into a IKEA store. Like, she has the shelves, the books to go on them, the journals. Yeah. She's got the whole display, y'all.
I don't think people believe that I really sleep with journals next to me on my bed.
Oh, they're everywhere. They're in the laundry room. They're in the garden.
The garage.
They're on top of the basketball court.
Not the garden.
I'm just kidding.
It's flooded in our backyard, actually.
I seen that when I let 11 out today.
It, like, rained for a long time.
It did.
It was, like, raining. So thank you, Creator, for sending us water, because Las Cruces is in a drought, and we need water. But, yeah, those are kind of, like,
Some of the things.
Yes. Let's talk chisme. What's the chisme that you've been hearing? What's going on on your algorithm? They're still talking about Diddy. The Diddy parties.
It's mainly Mike Tyson right now.
Okay, let's talk about Mike Tyson. Okay. Yeah, this man had his booty out for the world to see, and he didn't give two F's about it. The cheeks were cheeking. She screamed when it came on the
on my Instagram.
On the TV. Was it on the TV or was it just on your phone?
I seen it on my Instagram because I was waiting, but they did interview him, and he was, dabbed the guy up. Was like, "Oh, I love you," and he's like, "I love you too," and he turned around. Next thing you know, you just see a full moon.
It was live on TV?
Yes.
Was it live on TV?
Yes.
Well, because for a lot of Netflix users, our TVs, like, would freeze. So I think it was one of the times where our TV froze that we didn't get to actually see him cheeks out. But then you pulled it up on your phone and you were like, girl. And I was like, oh my gosh. That is so Mike Tyson, though. He didn't care.
I don't think he cares about anything.
He didn't care about losing.
20 million.
But, like, let's talk about that. Like, be for real. Like, if you grew up watching boxing like we did, we watched all the fights. Oscar de la Hoya, Cesar Chavez even at one time, like...
Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
My God.
Mayweather. Like, growing up watching them fighting, like, those were legit fights. They were going to go toe-to-toe. I feel like this was just, like, a cute little... exhibition.
It was.
And Jake Paul thinks he's a real boxer
now.
Like, he's thinks
crowned.
that
He thinks he's crowned king now.
But he's 50 something years old. He is not in his prime. I feel like if he was in his prime, he would have killed him.
For sure. That's like a for sure thing. Like there would have been no more Jake Paul.
She's like, please there be no more Jake Paul.
No, it was cool though. I mean,
I couldn't watch it at the end. I just kind of like closed my eyes. I didn't want to watch it. I think it was because I grew up watching Mike Tyson fight, and I knew he was a beast. I watched when he bit. Who
was it? Do you know?
Evander Holyfield. He bit his damn ear off.
He did.
And then he was biting his glove during the fight, and the guy at the end was like, "Why were you biting your glove?" And he's like, "'Cause I have a biting fixation." And I was like, okay. But for real, he has always done that. He's always bit his glove. And I think it's because he like might for real have a biting fetish. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the guy did bite the ear.
Somebody's ear off.
A couple times.
Yeah. I don't know. But I feel like if Jake Paul was to get into the boxing ring with a legit fighter who's in their prime,
he wouldn't stand a chance.
He'd get his whole neck just knocked off. I'm not just talking about his head. I'm talking about his neck too. Like he would just... And at the end, when they finished the whole fight and Mike Tyson was like, you know, I might get back in the field, like might get back into the ring with, you know, you. And he was like, I'll effing kill you or something like that. I was like, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, that was directed at Logan.
Yeah, his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for him to say like that he would kill Mike Tyson, like that was disrespectful.
That's just like for clout. It's just for, you know, them to talk trash.
It's for clout, but it's also disrespectful.
It was.
And I was just like,
Imagine saying that to Muhammad Ali, a.k.a. Cassius Clay, in case y'all didn't know that.
Cassius Clay. Yeah, no, that was just like I don't know. Just
it was
topping on the cake that why I am annoyed by you and I don't support anything that you do, but I did watch because of Mike Tyson, not because of Jake Paul.
Yeah. Jake
Paul, if you're listening. No, just kidding. We don't like you. No, just kidding. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I made a comment on someone's thread. They were like,
oh my goodness.
You know, are you on threads? Do you do the threads or no?
Maybe
I can't go on Twitter anymore. I canceled my Twitter. I like deleted it and everything.
You did?
Yeah, there's no filter there. Like, there's no filter whatsoever. People just talk out their neck sideways, post lies.
That's how they gain followers, though.
No, you can, like, watch explicit videos now on Twitter.
It's been like that.
Well, it's even worse now.
Like that.
She's all, it's been like that.
OnlyFans Twitter.
She's like, it's been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But I do the threads now.
Threads is pretty cool, though. I like threads.
Yeah, I do the threads now, and I put like a little thread, a response to somebody's post on threads, and I was kind of like, this is what happens when little kids grow up playing the Oculus. Like they think they're boxers now. That's who Jake Paul is. He grew up.
He learned boxing on the Oculus.
And now he gets
Way to go, Jake Paul.
He gets in the ring with a 56-year-old man, and he thinks he's a world champ now. Like, be for real. I don't know. Fight Canelo. Canelo will kick your ass.
He can't because he's Mexican.
I love Canelo. You guys, we actually went viral on TikTok for a sound that we did with the Canelo voice. Oh, and it was like last year for Mother's Day, I think.
We've gone viral quite a few times, and it's been pretty fun.
You're still going viral.
Man,
your video with Royce and Rebecca.
I know who they are now. That's for sure. They're so cute.
They're adorable. So speaking of, these are my friends, right? I didn't go to Santa Fe this year because my grandmother.
Number one.
Yeah, it wasn't a mistake. No, it was a misfortune. Kidding. Like my grandmother passed away a couple of days before Santa Fe. I didn't go to Santa Fe. Obviously, like my friends are there. They're looking for me. And Teresa and Mariana are there outside with Lauren. And Lauren's texting me like, these girls are wild.
Sorry, Lauren.
And I was like, it's a lot of fun. You know, they're bold. They don't really... Y'all don't have no filter, really.
We do. That's why we've gone viral.
Girl, bye. No, but so they're outside. Royce and Rebecca are out there. They're walking along, and this is a mother and a son, and they're both equally gorgeous.
And I know I've seen them before.
Yeah, they're models. Rebecca's a designer. Royce is a model, like he runways, all this stuff. They're beautiful. And Teresa doesn't know who they are. So she's like, I have a question for a free lippy. And I was like, girl. She sent this to me after, like, right after it happened. I was like, oh, this cannot be good. Like, I was actually afraid. And the question was, tell me what your wife's favorite ice cream is or something like that. And Royce is just looking like, what? Like, he's probably contemplating in his mind, like, my future wife or... Because it's a little kid, right? I'm saying little kid, but little. He's like 20. Is he like 19 or 20? 19 or 20.
Yeah.
He's not married. He's just walking around the market
with
his...
Royce. My bad.
He's walking around the market with his mom. And here comes Teresa.
His fresh gear. His
N7s. Yeah.
Looking fly.
He was just like chilling, right? Mm-hmm. And Teresa's like, for a free lippy.
My bad.
Well, anyways, we post the video.
Yes, we did.
We posted it first, right?
Yes. We posted it on our TikTok.
Yeah, we posted it on our TikTok. And then Royce posted it. And Rebecca posted it. And then somebody else posted it.
Yeah. Here comes all the fans.
For real. That thing has like what?
You a fan.
Is that like 15 million views?
Is it?
Let me see. I'm going to tell you right now. Because we get notifications still.
At 12.
We get notifications 12
million,
still.
Y'all.
Every day. People are still commenting on this video, guys.
And they're like,
what's your wife's favorite ice cream? Here's my son. We want to know.
Girl, bye.
What's it at?
It has 14.2 million views. And it's really sad because you couldn't monetize it because it wasn't over a minute. It's literally like 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds.
I think it's like right at that.
Well, anyways, when this other platform reposted it, that's when it like took off. And then me and her were always like, why are we getting so many views on the Prados page? And then
Prados and our regular Instagrams.
Yeah. Our individual Instagrams. Mm-hmm. It was like a 2-week thing. But still, then they tagged us in it.
When we go to Santa Fe, I think in August.
Yeah, it was in August.
And it's still
like
getting
every
views.
Day. Yeah. So that's wild. The internet's wild. You never know what can happen. I feel like I sometimes I wonder why you haven't gone viral yet. You're wild.
I'm just me.
She records me every day, just doing the wildest things and
vice versa. But I'm just me. Like, if you can't be yourself, then are you really you?
Right. She's just goofy, like hilariously funny.
Life is too short. Like, and there's a time and place for everything.
Right.
Most definitely. But I just like being goofy. Like, either you like it or you don't.
Right.
And that's why, I don't know. I probably scare people away, but
'cause you're goofy.
I'm just me.
'Cause you're funny. I don't know. Well, what were we doing?
When?
We were at the basketball game, and she's just so randomly like...
start dancing.
Bust out in a monologue. And people just look at her, and I'm like, shh.
I don't care.
She's like, I don't care. And I'm just like, okay.
I'm not offending anybody or doing anything unethical. I should be okay.
No, you're just hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, I got my kids doing the same thing.
It's 20
and
years.
Your kids.
Yeah, and my kids. 20 years of friendship. That's what it is. 20 years of friendship.
It's all good.
I'm just used to it now.
It's all good.
Yeah. So Teresa moved here in March.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome to Las Cruces.
The land of enchantment.
She came actually a couple days before my birthday. We're actually doing the Google film. Like, you came right at the end of it, which was really sad because I wanted you to be in it. But Google's coming out again, and we're doing another film. So you'll be here for that one.
They may not put me in it.
Why? Well, they're famous for cutting people out, but that's another conversation.
Because I am who I am.
Girl, bye.
I am whoever I say I am.
No, that was a good experience for us, but when you came, it was like literally a couple days before my birthday. Mm-hmm. And you've just been here, been helping me. The girls, Mariana went and started her Sano food truck. We're probably going to go there right after this.
We love you.
Yes, we love Sano. We love you, Sano. We love you, Mariana. And Monique went back to school, and she has a different place that she works at now. So it kind of just like, I don't know, kind of all fell in together that like you were going to be here and support. And then, I don't know, how's that experience been? Because it's one thing to see me like from afar, you're my best friend, but to see me like at work every day.
It's pretty toxic. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, huh?
I'm done with you.
Okay, my bad.
I was like, girl.
Like, be honest.
You know what? Did you sign an NDA? Just kidding.
Oh, I did 20 years ago. That one's still in full effect.
I'm done with you. She's like, I signed it 20 years ago.
How do I seem? Like, do I seem unhappy? Do I seem like
No, I just don't know like what your experience is like watching, like from your experience, like from your perspective, I guess.
From my perspective, watching you grow.
Yeah, like and just work, like
it's mind blowing. Like I'm so lost for words. Like
I'm just like, because I could die. Like I'm so tired all the time, and I'm just like, you're mind blown.
I'm just like, yeah, like, how do you do it?
I don't even know.
Work and everything, like the family, like the gym, the kids, their activities, our family activities we're starting now, and like, how do you do it?
I guess not without you. I need you.
I know, but you're asking me like from my perspective, and I'm just like, how do you do it?
I don't even know.
And I don't even feel like I do anything, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
It's just like a natural like routine thing. You get the kids up, go to the gym, or we
get Daniel ready.
I know.
Yeah, I think
that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I think being like a military spouse has definitely made me like, super resilient. But at the same time, like, you're like also a single parent sometimes.
You are.
And it's like, you don't want to say that, but that's exactly what it is. Like when they're off doing,
military things,
like you're there with your kids, you're not, you don't have like that, I don't know, that you don't have room for that mentality that like, I'll put it off or I'll do it later. Like it has to just get done and you just do it. And I know that sometimes we have like our, mental health days where the kids just want to stay home. Like they don't want to go to school. They don't, because you're just so in routine. And I think that mundaneness gets to kids sometimes. So I'm like a big, advocate for those mental health days. They're not very many, but when they are, I think that they're super important because I don't know. I feel like, who's texting me? I feel like being a mom and a wife and, a business owner and a best friend and a daughter and all of those things, I feel like those are just rooted in what your life purpose is, like why you were born was to just like thrive and be a chingona, like you just get it done,
Right.
Excuse me. But there are definitely those days where I'm just like, I'm tired. I just don't want to get out of bed. And I think it should be okay. People don't talk about the days where you just don't want to get out of bed. And I think that they should. Because there are definitely those days where I just don't want to get out of bed. And I think that those days are super important, not just for rest, but also to like reset your mind about what your priorities are. And I feel like in business, it's even harder when you don't have people that you can call on who are in the same thing that you're doing. And I think that also adds a lot of pressure and people are watching and they're expecting, you know, X, Y, and Z. And so I think that that type of care and responsibility also has a big weight and burden on you sometimes. But for the most part, for me, I think it's just the pure joy of being able to do something that I know a lot of people don't get to do, and I'm grateful for that. And so in that gratefulness, I just walk in it as best as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And when I can't, the crying on the floor and the throwing up and the panic attacks, like if you think about it too much and all of the bigness that you're doing, I think that's easy to feel like that. And you just have to have the things and the people that recenter you and bring you back. And for me, it's like you guys and the kids, you know? So I don't know. I don't know how I do it sometimes, but
right,
like we just do it, you know? It's a resiliency of mothers and just
finding a way.
Yeah, and just chingona energy all the time, you know? And it's just, I think also too, like who you surround yourself with.
That has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. I think my circle has gotten very, very small in the last couple of years. And it's
better that way, right? For you, or do you find it better that way?
I think it's better. And, you know, not to say that I don't love the people who I used to be really close to. I still love them, you know. I just
from a distance.
Just from a distance. And you had to be able to say, like, and that's the hard part, I think, about success is people don't talk about that loss. You know, they don't talk about how it feels to have to step away from people. And not because there's anything particularly wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them or anything like that. It's just that the place that you're going, sometimes people just can't come with you.
Right.
And, you know.
I think it's just growth.
I read something the other day that says, like, growth is also loss. Like, so don't feel bad about that.
Right.
And I thought about it for a couple hours, actually. I was like, growth is a sense of loss. And I think it's that. It's the relationship. It's the feeling that they're, you know, that they're gone. Or that they're not there as much. I want to say I'm a person that just like, oh, we're not close anymore. I'll never talk to you. That's not how it is. It's just that, you know, it's, I wish good things for you. I love you. I pray for you. I include you like in my thoughts and everything like that, but I'm not somebody who is going to reach out every single day.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I think people get offended about that, but that's what growth looks like to me. And sometimes you outgrow people.
Yes.
And you have to be okay with that. You have to be able to be okay with outgrowing people. Like, it doesn't mean that, you know, that
you love them any less.
No, it just means that you outgrew them and you're out doing bigger, better things. And congratulations. Like, I wish you the best, but I don't know. Relationships are tricky.
They are.
Especially in friendship. But we've been best friends for 20 years. There were times where you and I didn't talk like every day or every week, or there was times where we go like months without talking. Mm-hmm. But like that love, that friendship, that picking up the phone, and it's just like if you never stop talking, just continues.
I feel like a true friend, either one, they're going to understand it, or two, they're just going to, you know, go the other direction.
Yeah.
But a real friend or a best friend understands that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Right.
So we're here now.
We're here now. We're doing the thing thriving now. Yeah, I don't know. I think friendships also with women are different. Because you and I don't really have a lot of close girlfriends. We have deep friendships with boys.
Yeah, guy friends.
We've always been that way. Not that you're like doing anything with them. I mean like true friendships. Right. So when I understand that my child is really, really good friends with, you know, her guy friends. Mm-hmm.
We know where she gets it from.
I get why she's that way. Not to say that there's anything wrong with being a girl's girl or having girlfriends. It's just that you and we never really had close girlfriends. It was just me and you. And now as an adult, I have more girlfriends.
Right.
You know, I always had Krista and I always had Christina. Yes. That was it. I didn't have anybody else. Like in elementary school. OGs. The OG besties forever and a day. Yes. Yeah, I only had Christina and Krista that were like really good, like my best friends growing up. And then I met you first day of college and it was just like you three and that was it. And then now as an adult, I maybe have like 3 other close friends. You know who you are. I love you, Lauren. Like, and those are the things that like, you know, define you as a person, I feel, as an adult. How are you going to be as an adult? But growing up, we didn't really have a lot of guy friends or girlfriends. We had mostly guy friends. Why do you think that is?
I think mainly for me is because I grew up all around boys. I should have probably been a boy.
She's like, I should have been a boy.
Yeah, I was a tomboy all my life. Still kind of am.
Are you allowed to say tomboy? Like, is that a...
It's a thing for us.
Well, yeah. Now it's just like, oh my gosh, am I going to say the wrong thing? But yeah, that's what they used to call us, tomboys. She's a tomboy.
I'm a tomboy.
I'm a tomboy. I still dress like a boy. I don't care.
Hey, it's gray sweatpants season.
Not the gray sweatpants. Both of our significant others were trying to walk out in gray sweatpants, and I was like, you need to go inside and change. They just didn't get it. Like, they really didn't. They're like, but I'm comfortable. And I'm like, we know. Everybody knows you're comfortable. Go inside and change.
Crazy.
Craziness.
Yes. Has anybody told you today? You're beautiful.
Oh, I love you. You're so sweet. Seriously. I'm thankful that we're on this journey together. I'm thankful that we actually get to do like life together. Oh. That
I like the traveling.
The traveling?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a vibe.
We get lit wherever we go. And I don't mean like I don't drink or do drugs or anything, but like
just to explore and
it's the experience of being able to like experience life with your best friend and like go do cool things.
Yeah.
I think that's like the best part of the journey and the growth because we're just 2 brown farm girls from the sticks and getting to do the cool things that we get to do now and help people and help kids and give back to our communities and show our kids like that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how you grow up. It doesn't matter like your life experience. If you want something bad enough, all you have to do is go out and get it.
Yeah. I think they're on the right track though.
I feel like your kids are lucky.
Very.
They're lucky.
Very lucky. And they just don't realize it.
I know.
Like they do, but they just want more. They want it all.
I think that's a human psyche to want it all. Right?
Yeah.
Get it all. And you should.
Get it all while you can.
Go out there and get all the things that you want. And don't let anybody stop you. And when you feel like, you know, what your greater purpose is. I remember laying on the bed and just being like, what is my greater purpose? Like, what am I going to do with my life? What is my, you know, thing that I'm going to, what's my stamp on the world going to be? And to me, it was always like, I just want to help people. I just want to be good to people. And I feel like through Prados, like I get to do that. And other people also get to help me do that because every time you purchase from us, like, you're helping us give back. And I think that that's so important.
Very important.
Yeah.
I see it every day. I mean, all the donations and...
the boxes that go out.
Oh, my gosh. That's my work.
Yeah. She's like, you need a donation, send me an email. Teresa@pradosbeauty.com. Like, you know. And I'm not talking about, like, little boxes, you guys. I'm talking about like the original boxes that these 60 eyeshadow palettes come in. We ship out, you know, hundreds of boxes a year.
A lot.
Donating to different organizations, nonprofits. And we get to do that because you guys purchase from us and help us. So thank you.
Yes. Thank y'all. So much fun.
Yeah. Well, this conversation has been great. Teresa has said like 2 words.
No, I have not.
We're going to have to mic her up when she's not on camera so y'all can relive the craziness that happens here. But thank you guys for tuning in to the first Chingona Chisme Hour. We're going to have special guests come on. We're going to have more, scripted. No, I'm just kidding. It's very unscripted. Very unscripted.
Very
interview.
Raw.
Very raw.
Very real.
It's not going to be anything
not
like...
demure.
Very not demure. Very not cutesy. No, I'm just kidding. I wonder how Jules is doing. I hope she's doing good. She literally went so TikTok viral that she was able to move her family, move herself, and finish her surgeries. And that's really cool. It's the power of, social media, guys. So be good to yourself. Talk about that. Yeah, be good to yourself, be good to others, and we'll see you for the next Chingona Chisme Hour, even though it's not an hour.
Love and light.